Welcome in and thanks for joining us for the latest WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you the most Lowcountry news more often. Residents on Hilton Head Island have rallied around its Jewish community with a special solidarity rally late last week at Congregation Beth Yam. Speakers shared their stories of family and loved ones still in Israel as the government ordered 1 million residents of Gaza to evacuate before a ground assault began. Jews make up less than 3% of Hilton Head's population, but many at the Gathering of Unity and Hope did feel the love of their community as the war continues overseas. We told you last week about the firing of the Beaufort County Parks and Recreation Director for buying more playground equipment than she was authorized, though the county did go ahead with the purchase. Well, now Beaufort County Treasurer Maria Walls is suing the county for getting in the way of her decision-making. She says that back in April, the county began interfering with her operations at least 10 times, stopping her from making changes like increasing employee pay. She says she'd never had any issues with county administration before this year. County Administrator Eric Greenway, of course, was fired this past summer. The Lowcountry has had its American Idol, Candace Glover. Are we now about to be the home of the next voice? Stee, as he is known on stage, Sterling, as it says on his driver's license, is the 34-year-old son of Sterling and Chuvette Colvin, who own the Kinda Blue restaurant and music venue on Hilton Head Island. He's continuing his run on The Voice Tuesday at 8 p.m. on NBC, coached on the show by John Legend. According to the Island Packet, Steve spent time living on both Hilton Head and in Bluffton growing up, graduating from Bluffton High in 2007. By then, he was already performing, forming the Ear Candy Band with his sister and friend that still plays in the Lowcountry. In fact, next Saturday and Monday, where else will they be playing? Yeah, at Mom and Dad's place on Dunnigan's Alley. And here's a head-scratcher for you. You know how our state is courting all the electric vehicle manufacturers to come build their next generation of cars and trucks in South Carolina. Scout has already broken ground on a huge plant near Columbia. Rivian has even installed free electric chargers in 21 state parks, with more on the way. And yet, according to the Charleston Post and Courier, you cannot buy an electric vehicle in the state or even order one online unless it's from a company that can service it at a brick-and-mortar dealership. In other words, the big three, protecting the mainstream gas engine car makers. Backers of the old law explain now that, well, somebody needs to be responsible for your car's health. Instead, you have to go to Savannah and get a Tesla, or to Atlanta for the other brands that, again, aren't Fords and Chevys and Chryslers. Polestars will be built near Charleston soon, but you're going to have to go to Charlotte to get one. Scout is considering a direct sales model too, meaning you might not be able to get one of those through your Volkswagen dealer. And if you do get your electric vehicle into the state, you've got to get the warranty work done where you got the car, which of course will force the electric car dealers to open up showrooms in South Carolina to get your business. Curious. More details on these stories and other Lowcountry news. We invite you to visit the sources listed on your screen for all that. We will be talking sports in just a little bit, and for the weather, well, we expect to have a little bit of the same through the next few days. Going to be terrific fall weather. Maria Soden's off today. She'll be back with the latest forecast tomorrow. We've got sports to talk about, as I mentioned, coming up. We've also got a special gathering of college students to discuss ethics. Very topical these days. Up next, State Senator Tom Davis talks about your property insurance. Stay with us.